Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Yes, today we're back. Yes, we're going to be doing more of the Build a Nation with Hungary. Along the way, by the way, I will be like doing things like getting ready for FM26. So, which means that I'll be doing stuff within the game of Football Manager where I am getting, I'm doing the normal stuff that I normally do for every edition of the, every time we move to a new version. But this year there'll be certain differences in the way I do things because I'm expecting a new UI. So what do? I mean, I'm gonna get a video done for you guys as well. So maybe I'm gonna record some of this stuff that I'm doing today and then share it with you on that video. So if you want to watch that video later, you can. Yeah, that's gonna be so much to cover, man. I hope you guys are having fun. Thanks for joining me on the stream. You guys are absolutely sensational. Yes, I don't know what the story is going to be as far as when FM26 is going to be dropped, right? So we're definitely having early what are they calling it, early access? I don't know, advanced access. I don't know. These companies, they keep changing what they call it. In fact, I remembered I even asked one of my friends. I said, I don't see early access, and they pointed me to the fact that on the Steam page in blue smaller print, there is that message that you're gonna get advanced access. So I don't know, maybe it's call it advanced access now. What does that mean? Yeah, you'll see an earlier version of the game. They'll probably be buggy, but one of the most important things you can do right now, okay, is actually updating your graphic drivers, making sure that your Windows operating system is up to date. Now, if you're already playing a game, Football Manager, and you find that sometimes your screen crashes to black, for example, it can happen. Some games, suddenly the screen goes black, and then your whole game freezes. Now, that's usually a sign that you've got graphic problems, meaning there's something within the game. Basically, it's putting more stress on your system, some inherent instability in the system. Now, it's usually fixed by you deleting your graphic drivers. The only issue is most people think of when they're updating their graphic drivers, essentially what they're doing is just going to NVIDIA, just reinstall the drivers, right? That's what we all do. But that in itself isn't the solution, because you've got two options when you update your drivers on NVIDIA when you use the NVIDIA app. They'll tell you, do you want to install the drivers? You go, yes. Then there's another option at the bottom asking you to do a clean install. Now, that's not so bad because it removes the older drivers and reinstalls. Now, that isn't theoretically very bad. It's still better than the first option, which is just you don't do a uninstall before you do an install. But both options do not clear everything from the graphics folder for that GPU. So what you need to do is a nuclear option, which is using a display driver uninstaller from guru3d.com. I'm gonna just share that with you guys soon. Let me get my browser. Okay. Okay, so like guru3d.com. I actually was having a conversation last night with somebody. So it's over here. They've got there's a display drive uninstaller. So I'm gonna just show you guys this. So if you go down to this, they've got lots. This is where all the tech wizards go. Okay, so I'm not suggesting that I'm one, but there are things I can get from here that are things I use. Right, I use this, and I use River Tuner as well. So you come in here and you download this display driver uninstaller. This is really good. It's like a nuclear option to remove all your drivers. The thing about using this first is you need to go to your graphics cards website. If it's NVIDIA, go download the latest graphic drivers and put them on in a folder that you can find, because you need to install them. You need to download that file first. Okay. You got to download that file first, and then when you go and clean up your system, what you're actually gonna have to do is you're gonna have to come off the internet. Yeah, so you got to disconnect yourself from the internet, because if you reconnect to if you're connected to the internet and you uninstall your drivers, your machine automatically tries to find drivers. You don't want it to do that. You need this baby to go and nuke everything first. So once this guy nukes everything and there's no graphic, of course your machine can still, display images, right? It won't be that. You're just doing to the GPU. So you remove all these with this guy, and then you use you go and install your drivers, right? So then you just use the NVIDIA app, point it towards the folder that you have your drivers installed, and do a clean install, and that's the best. That is as clean as a whistle. Okay. In fact, I've encountered quite a few guys on the forums who've had driver issues, especially when it's a new edition of the game, right? Every time there's somebody who's gonna say, "Oh, this is not doing so well, that's not doing so well," and then you kind of ask them a question: have you updated your drivers? And they go like, "Yeah, I downloaded the latest one." I kind of know deep down, because it's happened to me before in the past. Yeah, when I was less informed and lazy. Now I'm more informed and not so lazy anymore, because it's very annoying, especially if you play a game and you discover that is something that's happening. Of course, there are other things you can do within the NVIDIA settings. One of them is to set your rig up for performance, right? That's, you go to manage 3D settings within your NVIDIA control panel. Look for manage 3D settings, and you see a whole list there. That list will have the word manage 3D settings. So what you want to do is you go manage 3D settings. It's set to normal for everybody's computer. You want it to be set for maximum performance. That way, little voltage spikes in the GPU. Anything that's like game related, like suddenly demands a bit more graphic work, your GPU will be going, you know what? I've got to get in on this action. And so then you won't get those graphic problems. I know a lot of people have them, and I'm expecting people to have them when FM26 comes. So just a heads up for any of you who aren't so familiar with all this, just a very quick one. I will definitely do a video on this and try my best to explain it. Yeah. It hasn't happened to me in a while, and I'm not going to nuke my unit just to find out. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to point you to that page. For me, sometimes my game crashes for when I put skins, when I delete skins. Yeah, the thing about skins. Yeah, I normally, and I'm gonna say this, Maximovic, you shouldn't be crashing because of a skin. Yeah, you don't crash because of a skin. Crashing because of a skin is really, really hard. Yeah. So if you're crashing because of if you're crashing, then chances are it's gonna do with your graphics card. Yeah, most of the time, the UI it takes a lot before your graphics card goes under. Because a really easy way is because in the game Football Manager, it kind of uses quite a fair bit of your CPU, and it's quite a lot of demands, and that kind of sometimes might cause your screen to go blank, or you might develop some problems. It's always a good idea to go to NVIDIA settings. I'm going to show you guys that anyway. Okay. So I mean, I get people asking me this quite a lot, and I tend to go oh, this is what you can do, and that is what you can do, and then after that I don't do it. I don't show them. So you come inside manage 3D settings here. You got something called I know it's really small because I've got fantastic eyesight. So all right. So if you come down here, they've got manage 3D settings, right? Power management mode. See this word here, power management mode? This is the baby that you want to change to prefer maximum performance. This is what you do. Okay, but for a lot of games, this has to be set to maximum performance. Yeah. And if you want to do your driver install, right? What are you gonna do? I think we can do it from here. If you got the NVIDIA app, right? You open up the NVIDIA app for the first time, you see drivers here, and then they'll tell you game. You're gonna use whatever driver is up to you. I'm using the game ready driver. So when it tells you to install, right? You click the install button. It will definitely give you options there. And right at the bottom is a clean install. That is the option that you want to use all the time, because it defaults. If you do it the default way, that is like one of the worst ways to update your drivers. You don't ever use that, because I know, because after years and years of playing games, many games, yeah, you kind of want to optimize, especially if I'm a content creator, right? I have to optimize my rig, right? I have to make sure that I don't have those kind of issues. So that's what you need to do. Yeah. So skins normally don't lead to a crash. It's very, very hard for a skin to crash your system. Yeah. It's not going to be a skin. And data maybe, but skin very rare. In fact, I don't think skins cause you to crash because skins only affect the presentation of the pages, right? Yeah. I've never had a skin crash before. Yeah. I know that there are some dead spots in the UI, but that's got nothing to do with the skin. Like, there was a year. There was 1 year, right, when I was playing a Football Manager, there was a particular spot on the screen, right? If you press that spot, it will crash because we don't see the hyperlinks in the game, right? So there was one part of the screen, I knew there was something there that used to be a hyperlink that they removed, but they left there's something there that's still there. And when I clicked on that spot, boom, bah. And sometimes that skin may inadvertently have that area covered, no, as well. The only way Manchester United can win is versus 10 men. No, I mean, the other team was 10 men too, Kim Pik Moni. Let's be fair. They were both 10 men at one point. I know they started off the game and they went down to 10 men, but no, United are doing okay. They will get there. I suspect they will eventually get there. Right. I think so too. Okay, so before we get cracking, I want to get some stuff ready. Okay, so I'm going to get all this information ready for FM. What's that game called? FM 20, whatever it's called, 26. The problem is this is very, very big, right? So we're going to auto size all columns. Okay, this is just nice now. Okay, we're probably not going to get everything in, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go Control P. Oh no, we have Control A. Shit. Control A. Okay, now Control P. Now I'm gonna print it as a web page first. I'm gonna put this in a new folder that I've set up on my somewhere in my Dropbox. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. Desktop. No, it's not desktop. C users. Profeto Dropbox. FM26 prep, it's here now. Okay, so this is my squad view, squad assessment view. I'll tell you why in a while. Okay, because there's a strong possibility, because it's a new UI, right? Some things we'll be able to import, some things we can't import. The issue is going to be, because now they got in and out of possession rules, right? Will the view recognize it? No. So I'm not taking that chance. So I might forget what the columns are, right? So I'm going to do this like that. So squad assessment view. So that's a HTML. So I can open with any browser to check later. Next thing I wanted to come and do here is uncheck all this because we checked everyone already. Then filter. Then this is view, right? I'm going to export. Come on, daddy. Export this current view just in case it does work. Okay, so we got this Dropbox. I think I did FM26 prep. There we go. Then we're gonna call this squad assessment. The reason why I put the word squad there is because it's gonna be on the squad page, right? So you could actually do it in several ways. You could also put a symbol there. It's easier for you that way, but I'm not gonna do that because I know myself. So you can do something like that. It will tell that this will just inform me there's a squad one, right? So squad assessment view done, exported. Stuff like that. I'll get certain views. So I want this view. And then I know that I need this view as well because this is my training view. In case I can use the same view again in Football Manager 26. I go in here. The first one is to get all the information, right? I mean, I just Control P. Oh, shucks. Let's Control O. Control P. Again, this will be squad training view, right? So recent, I did this one. Squad training view. Squad training HTML. I mean, you will know it's HTML when you go there. You should know because it's going to be a different file structure. Now we're going to export this view. export this current view and then come in here. FM26 prep is going to be called squad in schools because that, then it's going to be a training view. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm making sure that all these are ready for. No, it's not using the tool. I'm just using the views, the ones in the game. Yeah. Dembele deserved it, you know. I mean, Dembele, the Ballon d'Or is a very predictable competition. First, it's a popularity contest. Secondly, the metric has always been changing every so year. So they don't normally just look at the player that just scored the most goals. They look at things like, has he scored a lot of goals? Then has he won titles? So they added. So he's done the treble, I think double or treble. He did the treble, didn't he? So yeah, that makes him worthy of the Ballon d'Or, I guess. I mean, Lamine Yamal came in second. That was like a shock to me. I mean, I don't think Lamine Yamal deserves to be second, but hey, you know what? This is the Ballon d'Or. But of course, Liverpool didn't do themselves any favors last year with Mo Salah and Liverpool not making all the way. So I mean, those two teams did rather well. So yeah, I'm not surprised that the Ballon d'Or came from them. Plus, I think wasn't he part some? Yeah, okay, anyway. Enough of that. All right. General happiness, probably I wouldn't be using that in this thing, Magic. Okay, so done. We've done two views, right? So I've done a HTML and I've done the view itself. So where else are these views of mine? They are so very important. Okay, to me, there are only two places that they are very important. Okay, in my players view, like scouting, where's it? Overview. Where was it? Players in range. I think this is the one. Okay, so here I have another view. Here's my Moneyball scouting view. Or I got another one called Dr. Jit, I think. Where's Dr. Jit? There we go, the Dr. Jit view. Because I know I'm going to try and make this work in Football Manager. What's that called? In FM26, right? I'll still try to do this. So this is simple. It's only got a few pages, but I need all these because I need to do the calculations again. I've got an Excel spreadsheet, actually. It's not so bad. Okay, so I'm just doing it for you guys in case you want to do a view as well. So here we go, Control P again. Now this is scouting players, Moneyball, Dr. Jit, okay? So it's going to follow the same format. So it's going to be scouting, because that's the page I went to. Players in range. And in case all the information is available in FM26, scouting players in range and Dr. Jit. Okay, so this is my Dr. Jit view, which is so important to me. All right, so done. Now, the next thing I do is I take this and I export the current view. Again, I have to make sure that this is named correctly, you know. So it's going to be scouting. Players in range. Players, I don't think it's going to do the whole thing. Players in R, range, Dr. Jit view. Done. Okay, so we saved it. So I've got the HTML plus I've got this, right? The last and final thing is from here, I've always have filters, right? So here we got the filters. Now, okay, we're going to go to my Dr. Jit MB filter because it's the only one I need. Okay, I'm going to close that one. Okay, so this is my Dr. Jit Moneyball filter, right? Okay, so it's already got there, everything inside it. And I'm gonna, like, all this was a lot of work, no? Okay, but you cannot export all this you can't Control P this, okay? So this, I've got to hope for the best. I mean, there's a lot of information. I got to recreate the whole thing on a Football Manager 26, most likely, okay? Like it's got files against, distance cover. Because this is all the data, plus this is all the leaks. Whether or not it follows the same convention, we don't know. But I need this. So there's no export. I think there was an export. Manage. And then you go to the Dr. Jit, export the filter from here, and then go. This is easy, right? This is scouting. Players in range. And it's going to be Dr. Jit filter. And put the word filter there in case you're probably gonna run into trouble. No? Then go up to here. It won't tell me recents. See users, Profeto, Dropbox. Because I will have a lot of filters, right? So I can't bring them all in. I'm just gonna call it Dr. Jit filter. Okay. All right. Because it's in the same folder. There's only one file like that inside there. Okay, done. It's exported. Now the tough one. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna take a picture of this. There's too much work here. Okay, so that's it. Those are the three things that are most important to me. The rest all I can remember in my head. But it depends on you guys, right? So if I were you, you go to your tactics. I'll do a video for this for you guys. Okay. Then we've got, what else do we need? Set pieces, right? Set pieces entirely up to you. I don't think they're gonna change. I'm bloody sure they're not gonna change this. Okay. So this you just have to print. Okay. Because look, I don't think it import any of this into the new UI because anything tactics related won't go in. I think. Oh, wait. This was new, right? This was new because it's panel driven. I mean, like the top, right? So I definitely think this will work. Save all routines. So this will definitely work. Why do I think so? Because this is new. This feature came in 2-3 years ago, right? This whole thing. So if it only came in 2-3 years ago, it's gonna be. I am pretty certain it will port into FM26. All right. So this will be set piece collection. Now, worst case scenario, if this doesn't go in, my suggestion is go take screenshots. Okay, take a screenshot. Okay, so you take a screenshot of every one that is really important to you and you put it there. All right, that's what I do. Because this was new for FM24. I remember they modified it, no? Yeah, so definitely I'm pretty certain it will be if the same way it is right now. It will be in that thing, So we go put here set pieces. Save. I take a screenshot, I put it there. Then we can go to attack corner. I got short, and you take your favorite one. I got mine is literally almost the same. Yeah, I take this corner, save one. I mean, I'm not gonna bother naming all of them. Then this is short, right? Then this is the near post. I think near post. I don't go for goals. You guys know that, right? I just do something I'm happy with. Okay, then we do one. So this is all you need to do to get ready, right? Apart from your setting up your drivers. Of course, then getting your save ready, right? So now we got the game, right? So save game as Frena Cabo Season 5. You're gonna have to get game folders ready as well. So my suggestion is create a game folder for yourself somewhere that's easy for you, and then choose your favorite games that you want to bring over to FM24. Put them there because the structure of the games will probably be the same. So let's see, right? File, load game. I'm gonna just load the game now. Okay, you see this FM23, FM24. They got two folders, right? So you're gonna have to go to your documents folder and dump your saves there. So they have the same convention. So definitely 23, 24. The next one will be 26, I guess. Then you follow the same convention. So my suggestion is to save these saves in a different folder, or you want to just make sure that you got the latest ones. That's about it. That's all. Should I pre-order FM26 or wait till early access release? I recommend, if you're gonna, whenever somebody says, should I buy or should I not? If you wanted to buy, you'd have bought it a long time ago. Okay. If you're asking that question, I'll just say chill. Yeah, don't buy it. Watch my videos and then decide. And I'll be plumb honest with everybody. I'm not gonna this is a great game, you should go play it. The reason why I am doing it is because this pays for my bills. Okay, right? I am a content creator. I'm here to help you guys, and I'll be honest. Okay, I've already not gone out there to go use my fanatical link. I have a fanatical link. I can put it on the stream if you want. If you want to go and support the stream, yeah, you can. But I don't. I've been telling people on my Discord myself. I said, look, guys, there's a difference between buying on Steam and buying on Fanatical. If you buy on Steam, you can give it back and take your money back. Buy on Fanatical, good luck to you. That's never happening. Having said that, it's only a $60 investment or $70 wherever you are. The more important thing here is this. I spend that amount of money one evening at a pub. So the way I look at it, I ain't going to a pub next Friday so I can pay for the game Football Manager. And in a pub, I only have fun for 2 to 3 hours. But with Football Manager, I have fun for 3,000 hours. So that's bang for buck. So it's really your priority, I guess. So I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna encourage people. Yeah. Oh, guys, it's the Conference League draw. Ray, we did it, huh? We got to the round of 16 in some style. I must say, in some style. We smashed them all, man. Which team would be so the fans? I like this. Franakawa's fan poll. Which team would you be preferred? They want Jabalonek, Nimanian, Trinava. The holders are Easy Alma. Favorites, yeah, the favorites of this competition, OM. OM smashed us 4-1. We had no response to OM. OM came, OM saw, OM smashed. Olympic Marseille was so difficult. Do you think, say it out loud, do you think people playing FM usually won't buy it even if it's full of bugs? Yeah, I don't think so. I think people who usually play Football Manager are going to just play it whether they've got bugs or no bugs. And they just moan and groan and hope. But you have to remember, right? As long as I played this game, and I mean, I am one of those guys who's been in this game since the days it was, we needed 10 discs to install it on our machine. Gone from there to not having physical copies to now it's only a digital transfer. I'm used to certain things. One, every first iteration of the game. That means I'm talking about when they make a complete design change to do a first iteration. That I call the first iteration. So we've had 2 first iterations for the series. That first iteration was definitely buggy as hell. Okay, so nothing has changed because this is a game of iterations, meaning they have to add on to it. Or they have to create the base first and then they build. Okay, maybe I'll build it's like a house. So they got to get the foundation right and then they build and then it looks like a nice house. So as I can't give you a pretty coat of paint and make it look fantastic on the outside, and when they come in, there's no floor, you fall down, there's no more game. So they have to make sure that there's something for them to work from, right? So the first edition of the game might not have all the features that we want, but it's an iteration. So as the game, the franchise continues to build on that and add more and more features. Now that's what I expect to see, which is the reason why FM and as I said, there's not going to be an international management, right? They did say that very clearly, and they never ever said it's coming in FM26. I don't know why people are saying, oh, because now they've had a delay for 1 year, FM26 will have international management. Guys, they already said there was not going to be any international management in FM25. And they haven't come around and said there's international management in FM26. So what makes you think there's international management? Did they say anything different the last couple of months? No, they haven't. They've only said there's women's football. There's a new tactical creator, new roles, new graphics from what I can see. But they didn't say anything about international management. So you see, that is a feature that cannot come now, right? Otherwise, they'd have said it. Because they already said they're removing it. So why would I assume they have it in the game? So people are making a lot of assumptions about what they might see in the game. So I'm telling you right now, my assumption is there's no international management. No bloody way. They can't do it because they got to get the foundation right first. So the game will launch without international management. I guarantee it. I think that's why SI need to get a game out in November. I mean, for 2 reasons. They've delayed it 1 year. They can't do it in a second year. It's going to be financially not prudent. Secondly, it's going to be bad for their reputation. And thirdly, it could be a career ender for some people. So they have overlots that they report to nowadays. Previously, they didn't have any overlots. Now they do. And they've already announced at TGS that they have a booth, which means that TGS is just, it's going to be in 4 days' time. 3 days' time, actually. Three days' time? Yeah, it should be in 3 days' time. Now, that's a Tokyo Game Show. I might be streaming at the same time the Tokyo Game Show is going to be on. I'm going to try to do that so that we can see what's happening. We'll be just streaming and just going and checking out other streamers. So we're basically sniping streams on that day to see what they see. They'll all be talking in Japanese, so I guess we'll mute and do our own commentary at the same time. All right, so to launch that, they have to get the game ready, right? So from what I can see, from what I've heard, okay, so the next iteration of the game will have to be, they have to get it right. So I don't think they'll have international management in. So the game will grow with time, like every iteration of Football Manager has ever been. Like, you know, we got set pieces last year, so it will be a while before you get the full fandangle. Like, oh my god, this game is so good. In fact, what I expect is, because there are panels, right? I'm a big fan of object-driven panels. Like, what is an object-driven panel? So if you go into a game like World of Warcraft, right? So any other game, you open a loot box, then you got listings. So that's an object-driven panels, because in the game itself, you click on something, it opens something up, right? So instead of you going to a page and it's all a list and you stare at the list. So right now, what SI are trying to do is create these kind of navigation panels in the game for us to go to. Now, the problem is, from where I come from, which is make things easy for old people like me, don't make me click too many times. That's why I like the list view, because everything is inside there. Problem for that view is it's not comfortable for console. Now, I hear the arguments about console all the time from people. They go like, Football Manager, you know, catering to the console community. But let's be fucking realistic, okay? All right? If you could use a gamepad to play Football Manager and still do everything that you wanted to do, who wouldn't want to do that? I would port my freaking game to my 4K TV at home from the computer, go down to the hall. To hell with streaming, man. I'll be using a gamepad to play. Who doesn't want that? I want that. Everybody wants that. A lot of people will want that in the end, because you can definitely stream whatever you're playing onto your TV at home. You can do that, right? You can definitely do that. All you got to do is install a capture system between your computer and the television at home. And then after that, all you got to do then is have the capability of connecting your gamepad. Basically, you just have to find a way for your gamepad, your hard disk to not to be too far away from it. I mean, it's definitely doable, okay? All right. That'd be so cool, what? Why not? Why would you want to sit down in front of a freaking terminal the whole way? I'd rather sit down, put a beer there. Here, baby. I'm playing my gamepad, baby. Yeah, baby. You might even see me streaming on a couch with a bloody bottle of whiskey next to me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm chilling. My legs are in the air. Why don't I want to do that? So I don't get the whole argument from people who say we're catering to the console. I want it to be gamepad friendly. I wanted this game to be gamepad friendly for the last 15 freaking years. It's not gamepad friendly. So it has to be gamepad friendly. I'm telling you, when this game becomes gamepad friendly, your guys are gonna say, "Oh my god, thank God! I don't like to use the mouse and the keyboard anymore." Yes, there are certain features of the game. There's also voice control, please. Come on, Windows has voice control nowadays. You can actually do voice control. Can you imagine it? SI included to integrate voice control into their game. How good that would be? Because then open search box. Search for Pavel Borukov. And you can do that with panels. Okay, you can do all of that. No. So imagine with panels, I can do all of that stuff. This is one of the reasons why when people say, and I am totally dead set against this whole argument that we are catering to a console. No, we are. Yes, every developer knows that they have to cater to the console environment. Okay, that is a damn good big fact. Yeah, but they're not going to ignore the PC community either. But you have to remember that the PC community can still play their games on a 5K, 2K monitor at home, like a TV screen in high fidelity stereo. I do that all the time and I'm not streaming. I play some of my games at home. Why do you think my kids are playing? So my kids don't want to come into this sham dangle room. They go like, "Daddy, I don't want to play here, Daddy. I want to play downstairs." And they're all like, okay. So I had to figure a way to, connect everything in the house. So it'll be cool. So yeah. Anyway, so enough of that, Okay, so let's get to this. Let's get to the conference. Okay, all right, view draw. Let's get to the draw, baby. The draw. We're going to the draw. Let's go. Start the draw. Okay, let's do the speed 3x. Okay, advance. No, we've got Real Hispalis. Who are they playing, man? These are last 16. Real Hispalis. Not us, please. Leg. Good. Yeah. Oh, now we come to OM. Okay, please. Trevana. Okay. Please, us. I want to play Trevana. I want to play Shakhtar. Okay, at least we didn't face Shakhtar. Next. Okay. Now we got some giants there, man. We got giants here now. Genoa. Oh no. We got giants there. There are giants there. And oh my goodness. Mayan is going to be playing them. Okay, all right. Okay. OM. Oh no. Please don't let me play OM. Please don't. No OM, please. Legia. Okay, good. We're waiting to see who they draw us against, though. Because we can go family. Oh, okay. This is a decent Portuguese team. We're gonna have a tough time. Whoever's gonna play against them is gonna be tough, especially if we're traveling away from last. Okay. All right. Okay. Coming up, we now have got Frena Kravos, Jablonek. No, we're not playing. We have Bournemouth, Red Star, Rakau. That's the 3 teams left. No. Oh no. Guys, we might be going to England. No. We might be going to England. Oh no, oh my goodness, there's only Rakau and Bournemouth left. Oh my God, we're going to England. There's so much for our dream. Oh no, Rakau, Bournemouth are traveling there. So we are playing Rakau. This is not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. I mean, Rakau have got some decent players, but they have never gone that far. No. Yeah. Yeah, they have a Polish team. These are the clubs we are fighting with. Okay? These are the clubs we're fighting. We want to displace all these guys. This is a decent draw for us. We're not playing Bournemouth. We're not playing the Giants. Okay, I was hoping to avoid the Spanish teams, the English teams, and the French teams. Okay? All these guys got too much money. Yeah, so we got there. So we got Rakau. I think the first leg we play at home as a lower seeded team. Well, at home and actually, we are the lower seeded team. We are the ones that are going on. We are the low sheet. Is it possible to create a 3-2-5 or 2-3-5? But we thought, no, definitely you don't have to use inverted wingbacks. No, of course. I do a 3-1. I do a 1-3-5. Yeah, I do something like 1-3-6. Yeah, you can do a 3-1-5. You can do a 3-2-5. You can do a 3-1-6. Yeah, you definitely can without using inverted wingbacks. Yeah, just play your fullbacks as 4 fullbacks. Yeah, that's all. You don't have to use. In fact, all my tactics, you'll notice I'm using false fullbacks. Yeah, 100%. Should let translation files easy to translate with them. No, say it out loudly is difficult to do that because translation files. You see, for SI, they have to get these files translated, and there's plenty of languages, and then it's not that easy. They have still got to check it, yeah. Because even if you get the AI to translate them, it's never going to be 100%. Yeah, still a human has to be overseeing it anyway. And this is one of the reasons why they've simplified the role structure. Okay, but top onward, I'm going to show you what I mean by 3-1. The 3-1. So, like for example, if you set this tactic up like that. If you want to do a 3-1 or a 3-2, at the moment I'm not doing a 3-1-3-2, but you will notice that this guy is also not doing it. So he's just crossed more often, so we haven't done it here. I think these guys are doing it. No, they're not as well. What this guy? Gambit is No, Gambit also, I didn't do it. Huh? I didn't do. None of them are doing it. So I have a tactic which is, we'll take this out. I guess we can remove Hungry Gambit. It's just to show what I mean. Load, users, Profeto, dropouts. We'll go to the FM24 folder. Where is my Joey Go Smash? The legendary system. Okay, all right. This is the most legendary system we ever created. Kind inside with the ball. So you give these PIs to your fullbacks, right? They will come this way in. So you go, and then if you wanted to, that's when you want to do your back three, right? So there are 2 ways of doing it. One, you can do your fullbacks coming in. The second option, of course, is for you to create a tactic where you got a libero coming up, and then you got these you're using 2 inverted fullbacks. Then these 2 inverted fullbacks will be part of your 3, right? There'll be the 1, 2, 3, and then you got 2 midfielders. In this one, I've got 1, 2, 3 on my 3. This guy goes forward, he makes the 2. Then when we lose the ball, they form a 4. So that's how we do it. So we can here because the inverted fullbacks, I don't have to do that, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quick pick this team, if I can, because I don't even know what screen I'm looking at. Okay, so we quick pick and I'll show you. So now they got Mongsgard, Durick, Mosquera, Ricky. I'll show you the transition itself. This is for Jamie Ricardo, number 10. No worries, man. Very easy. Now, yeah, but you just have to, like in FM26, what you end up doing is you create the 4-4-2, compressed 4-4-2, right? Right? And then when you set up your tactic, you do a tactic. I wouldn't advise people just to go straight away, put a 1 there, a 3 here, the 6 right in front. You have to think about the transition phase. Because I don't think they have done the transition phase yet. Okay, so we come out of that. We go to 2D Classic, which I can show you. We do comprehensive highlights, so it's more highlights. Okay, so drop this. And then we'll play on balance. I'm not going to change anything else. Okay, so you see, this is the opposition. Now we're defending in a 4, basically a 4-2-4. Right, so defend. Now watch what happens. Pablo. Watch what happens. As we go, look at this. Now the 3 and the 2. So we only switch to the 3-2 here. The problem when you use inverted wingbacks is they switch too deep, and then you lose your wingers potency. You affect your wingers potency, which is the biggest weakness of using the inverted wingback system. Because when you use inverted wingbacks, you're literally telling your team, I don't think we need any wingers today. You know what I mean? So the wingers are on their own and they don't have service. Here, the winger is still supported to some extent by this guy if the attack moves there. But you see what's happened? They form a 3 and a 2. So the 2 is this tactic is a bit psychotic in the sense that it's very, very aggressive. Okay, so then you have the more safer version is for you to play with 2 DMs, not 1. Like I'm playing with 1. So what you do is you play like a 4-2-3-1. So you come inside here. Let's say you go to this 4-2-3-1, right? And you're looking at this 4-2-3-1 and go, I want to do the same thing, but I want to do it a 4-2-3-1. Then you come in here. There are 2 ways. You go. First way is you can come in here and tell this guy, all right, I'll tell you what, you go sit narrow cut inside. You do the same thing, sit narrow cut inside. You now be the libero, you move up and defend duty. So what's going to happen is this is a very aggressive version. So I'll show you this aggressive version first. He goes up, he forms a 2 with this guy. In this kind of a setup, I'll probably tell this guy to be take few risks. This roaming playmaker is going to move up. Okay, you don't want to play too wide as well, because if you play too wide, you're gonna have a lot of issues with passing the ball. So now we just I hope I don't even know whether the players are in the right position. So let me check. Kern, Zachariason, Mosquera, Durick, Burick. Okay, this should be fine. No. Confirm. Okay. Hey, Patwitz, how are you, man? Patwitz. You're doing well? You're doing well? I hope you're doing well. Okay, so now we're kicking the ball long because normally I don't. See, you notice, right? If we are defending, we're still in the back 4, which is what you want, no? Okay, because your out of shape possession is very important, right? So you want to keep it as a back 4. And this is a very aggressive 4-2-3-1. I only want to change it in-game because I don't want to change it during before. Okay, there we go. Now you watch, huh? Oh, it's gone. Don't worry. Now, okay. It's gone into the 4-2-3-1 now. So this is very aggressive. This is like double fullbacks, right? So when they go up, this actually becomes a 1. No? He's the last defender. No? So this is a very extreme example of a 1 defender system. This guy goes in, it forms a 2. These guys go up. So it's like a 1, 2. It's like a 1. It's a inverted pyramid. Yeah, in defense. So you see, now we still have this 1 and then duo. So look at that now. It's like a wedge. So 1, 2, 3. Right. So the shape is very different now. So we get a different setup. It's like this is something actually teams in real life are doing right now, where they only have one defender and the rest move into the DM phase of the game, right? So all of them move into the DM phase of the game, right? So we get the player. So he's just at the back, strolling. We get all these players high up the pitch, okay? So this is like extreme example of just one, and I get the diamond, right? Because I want diamonds everywhere. Right? This is diamonds are a man's best friend, okay? Okay, so I can look at how we move the ball and score a goal, right? Okay, so it's smooth as silk. Okay, now then the other one is like if I don't have a really good team, and I go like, okay, you know what? I want to play safe. Now I get orthodox one that you are asking about, the 3 and the 2. So this is orthodox one. So the thing is, I take inspiration for what I see on the telly when I'm watching every week, because you see, this is something I've seen a lot of teams now doing, which is the 1 defender and the 4 in a line. So what they do is they push up their midfield and their back line into the midfield, and then they only have 1 guy. He's like the last man. It's like an old-fashioned. This is like an old-fashioned sweeper system that I'm playing but we're doing it in possession, right? So we can see that it goes up, and you can see these guys will be supported. So there's always an I always create overpowered, I outnumber the opposition, so we can always pass the ball. So we're always gonna have extra players. How are they gonna mark? The 1 player, the 2 players, this 1 player had to mark 3 guys. Okay, now we change it to a more orthodox version of the same tactic. So this is like the 3-2 that you wanted, okay, without the inverted. The inverted wingback is the most useless role in the whole of Football Manager right now. Yeah, it is completely has no value for me in the game. I don't see the need of that step. It's too defensive. Yeah, and I tell you something, this game, the more players you have playing in the MC tier and higher during the transition from defense to midfield, the more success, the more powerful your tactic is going to be. Because what they hate is useless role. Okay. It kills your. I want to score like 150 goals a season. Okay, you do that easily with all these kind of setups. Okay, now you see this. You're asking the 3-2, right? 1-2-3, 1-2. But this is a pivot. He moves up to support, which the inverted wingback does not do. He used to do that in FM16. Now he doesn't do that anymore. So now what we get is this guy as like the inverted wingback or old. So he goes up. That's exactly what we want. So he pivots. This movement allows these two, like the two defensive midfielders, to move high up the pitch. So we can create this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Versus, these guys are toast, man. They can't get to the ball. In Porto fan, we have Farioli. Farioli is a very good manager. No? I've been watching has been watching a few of his games. No, actually you can. The difference in real life, centre backs can take turns in who's going. You can do that in Football Manager now. But most people don't want to take the chance. And I've been telling people to play the libero. Because the libero does exactly the same thing. He will also go up, but most people don't want to use the libero. Right? So nobody wants to use a libero. Everybody is like too afraid of using them. So here, I just use 1 libero. I want to use both of them as liberos because that's a bit much. Even in some teams, right? You don't often find both the players going forward. You typically see, like sometimes when Dijk goes forward or sometimes Konate goes forward. It'd be nice if we can do that in the game. I agree. If you wanted to, you'd have to play them both as liberos. We can try that now and see what happens. But somebody has to take over. So we're going to use this guy. So we turn this guy into a libero. So one is a libero on support, one is a libero on defense. I'll put a libero on support here. He'll come up because there's a DM. He won't run too far. You can do that on Football Manager, but you probably wouldn't. Double liberos. So they both go up the pitch. Now the 2 inverted fullbacks are staying back. But what's the point, right? Might as well turn these guys as fullbacks. Okay, so we go fullback attack. Fullback attack. Now I got a pivot kind of defense. Everybody's attacking. Double liberos. Andrea with goalkeeper. You can play a double liberos. But you do focus. Do I have focus play? you don't need focus play. But double liberos can still work. How about halfback drop back? No, I don't do the halfback drop back as a 3. Not when you play a libero. There's no point. Because the halfback and libero just switch positions. Yeah. The idea here is you don't have any, you if you wanted to, what we'll see is, okay, what I want you all to see is what the DM does. Yeah, watch what the DM does, right? The DM will help cover because he's the last player. Yeah, watch, these guys are not going to go out, right? Durik's not going to join the attack. See? He's going. Look at how they position themselves. They push up. These two are going to be the last line, right? So you can, but our tempo is quite higher. So let's drop the tempo and do add work ball into box. Okay. Work ball into box, go low cross. Tempo drop. Let me give our team more time. Huh? Oh no. We're getting a fit. I change the view. Okay. Alright. You have to change the view. It started raining, that's why. The game didn't handle the rain very well. You, sir, need to make a FM masterclass. I've done it before. I do it on my streams. I don't like, if I start doing videos, this is the FM masterclass, then people are going to go, everybody's going to start saying, oh, this is the FM masterclass. Then I'm like, okay, everybody. It's such an easy term to throw around, right? Never mind. You come to my stream, I'll tell you. I don't fight for all that. Okay, watch this guy, right? Okay, now watch this Mascara got the ball. What's he gonna do? He plays up. Now he's looking at whichever side. You see, look at them. Both liberos, no. They still follow the whole logic. Because in the game, there's a certain logic, right? They will follow the logic. They won't just go running aimlessly up the pitch. So you can use 2 liberos in the game. But you have to be a bit smart about it. Like, don't put a halfback here. I mean, okay, let's see what happens when I put a halfback, right? I don't like, another role I don't like using, okay, halfback, because it's a defend duty. Okay, then all the halfback does is he takes over from the libero and then they swap out. I'm like, oh, only for that phase are you going to be a nice, pretty fella? Are you going to just sit down in his spot? And this creates too much unnecessary movement and you can pay the price during a bad transition. But this game doesn't punish you, no? Yeah, you can try all these kind of funky role setups. I've done it all the time. It's like, there's no such thing as the game. There are certain rules that you follow. Okay, you want more players to be involved in play. Yeah, play on a lower tempo. There's no such thing as metas in this game. People will tell you, 100 million people will go out there and tell you there's a meta, you got to use this, a meta, you got to use that. I mean, I've done a lot of simulations, there's a fucking meta. I'm like, dude, seriously? Okay. You could have tried every single permutation, every single play instruction. Okay, so okay, well, we're doing nothing. No, AI doesn't want to punish us, but I love this. This is a meta. Ask your goalkeeper to take free kicks. So it's certainly a meta. You know why this is a meta? The AI doesn't have enough players. So even if it doesn't hit, right, I can try, send everybody up for a free kick. The closer I get is libero support whole position. No need. That was the point of doing whole position. Don't you want libero, don't play whole position. That's the same thing as asking for defense. I just want him to go up. That's a ball playing defender with dribble more. It's the same thing, what? Ball playing defender with dribble more. That's the same thing. So then just go and add ball playing defender with dribble more. Don't ask the libero to hold position. It's like making spaghetti without olive oil. Or beer without having chips and no beer. Or fish and no chips. Beer and no chips. That doesn't really work. Yeah, it will be too entertaining. Goalkeeper don't throw it. No, I don't think SI will ever allow the goalkeeper to play in any position. No. Okay. I always wanted goalkeeper to play here. Right? I don't have a goalkeeper. Only when the ball enters our box, right, do I want the goalkeeper to do. We're out of possession. I don't think SI will do that. It's too much of a... They kind of know it's going to be... I think they know it's going to be an exploit. Yeah. Because all I have to do is put him here and I got 10 outfield players. 11 outfield players. I will always outnumber the opposition. I always have an extra player, right? It's like playing with... Then all I will do is make sure I keep the ball. The moment I lose the ball, right, he runs back. Yeah, the moment I do so, the fittest player in my team will be the goalkeeper. It'll be fun as hell. Okay, we won this game comfortably with all the tactical changes we were doing. Now we're playing wherever this team is. Okay, we got to do a complete rotation of our team. I think we'll rotate everybody for, what is this? The domestic cup. This season we go for the bloody holy treble. I don't care. We don't get the treble, I will, or the double in this case. No, treble is a bit far away from me. Hey, for those guys on Discord, I prepared a list, a Google sheet, right? I want you to tell me which players will you recommend, or which are the players in your save right now, when you start with. Are you looking for them in FM26? Like I have Miguel Reyes, right? So if I play FM26, I'm going to try and sign him because he was such a legend in my game. Amin Howdy, right? I want to sign him because he was such a legend in my game. So these are the players I want to sign. Players like Seaman, remember the goalkeeper? So again, I'm going to try and sign him because he was a legendary keeper. He scored more goals for me than some of my other players in the team and the outfield players. So yeah, so like I remember in FM15, I used to have a player called Danilo Cataldi. I was playing with him from 15, 16, 17, 18. Every edition of the game, I call on his services because he's only costing me £300,000. And he was always performing to the best of his ability. So the guys on Discord, who are your titans of the game? That's what I want to know. So there's a sheet in questions and answers in the section, the Discord. Just go there, pop it in. Let me know who you want to add. We've got a couple of players there already. And then what I'll do is I'll share with you guys. I'm going to add Barukov. Yeah, I'm definitely going to add Barukov to the list. Yeah. So let me know how much it costs as well. And then the position he plays. That will be exceptional. Because the idea here is, we share the information together. I want to sign Can Ozgun. So much fun having starting to flourish in Frankfurt. Can Ozgun. Okay. That's a nice. Yeah, I'll put that in my list as this is a wrong one. I think I better go to the other. Hold on, I call up the other sheet on the other computer. Oh shucks, I got to open up another Chrome profile. Okay, there we go. Favorite players FM24. Okay, so you got Khan Uzun, right? That's what you said. Khan Uzun. Okay, so we got Khan Uzun. I'm quite curious where this is Khan Uzun. I don't know whether you'll show in my save. So this is a player that got AMC from Galatasaray. Okay. Khan Uzun, he's an AMC. Galatasaray. I don't know how much you're gonna get it. How much so it's about, they paid 10 million. So I think that's about his value in the game right now is about 10 million. So I think when we start the game it'll be about 24, 23. I'll probably be around the age. Not a bad looking player. I don't know, but the thing is, right, Valentin Carboni. Okay, I remember that guy, man. This guy, Valentin Carboni, is an excellent choice. No? I remember this guy. He will be in a lot of saves. Yeah, Valentin Carboni is also a good player. Actually putting all your recommendations in this list so that others, right, when we play the game, everybody will benefit. Yeah. Valentin Carboni is going to be at Lazio. And I think he's not cheap, this guy. Yeah, he's not cheap. He's probably going to cost a fair bit. But some players are not cheap. Like Seaman, the goalkeeper, is not cheap, no? And then you got, I think, Pavel Borukov, right? Another good player is a striker. Also a very good player to sign in the game. But I think Valentin Carboni has been around for the longest time, no? Just as long as Borukov. In this year, we're doing well. How are you, man? Okay, so we did okay. So I showed you this how it works, right? The tactic. I did get the Zaffiris. Zaffiris. Let's see if we can get Zaffiris in the game. Zafeiris. Christos. Or is it Stefano? Is it Christos? Is it this guy? Christos Zaffiris. Yeah. Christos. Is a AMC. This guy, I'm telling you right now, if you can, he might be one of those guys you might want to sign straight away. Because he will be one of those guys that are going to be good for FM 16, 26. The reason why is because he can play multiple positions. Those kind of players are going to be extremely valuable whenever you start any kind of save. Casper Tankstead. Any FM news this week? I think there will be some news, but today is what day is it today? Today is Thursday, Wednesday, probably before the end of the week. Because they're gonna have their there's gonna be massive FM news this week. This weekend is the Tokyo Game Show. Right? So while the Tokyo Game Show is happening, I'll be streaming. So you can come in and check out my streams. I'll be at the Tokyo. We will be at the Tokyo Game Show. If you come to this stream, you will be at the Tokyo Game Show. All right, that's the plan. You will be at the Tokyo Game Show, guys. Casper, this guy is also not bad. He's a striker as well. The strikers are quite sure, especially another versatile striker who can play multiple positions. He's fantastic, no? These kind of players, right? If you can add them to your save, phenomenal. He's not playing Slavia Prague. These are what I call bang for buck players. Yeah. Because they've got good work rate, they've got good natural fitness. These guys can they can play and play. I mean, the personality is fairly determined. It's okay. It's not at the end of the world. But man, these are the kind of players you want to sign in your save. Absolutely want to sign in your save. Who's Merlin, man? Anis Mehmeti. Anis Mehmeti from Bristol City. Okay, I'll tell you why this guy, all right, I would sign him in a lower league save. Because it's only 1.3 million. If I were to get promoted to the Premier League, right, and I was looking for a cheap winger, right, and I didn't have that much money, I just want to get a player that just gets out there, passes the ball or crosses the ball, he's your player for you. Because he's not flashy, he's cheap. He'll get you through the first season after they upgrade. And even if, let's say, I was playing in Hungary as well, he's good for a certain level of teams. I mean, like if you're just starting out, you're looking for the player, he can deliver those kind of numbers. Yeah, but you will not have him in your Champions League squad. He is what I call he's a winner in a tier 2 league, meaning like the league I'm playing in, like Hungary. And then he will be one of those players that will help a newly promoted team into the English Premier League. He will be an asset for any team that's trying to get promoted from the Championship into the Premier League. So this is the kind of player that you would look at. Yeah, and he's not expensive. These kind of players are not expensive, so they're decent players for the price that you pay. Okay, what about this guy, Merlin? Hello. How come nobody told me about Merlin? There are 2 Merlins in the game. What is that? There are 3 Merlins in the game. There are 4 Merlins in the game. Oh my god, there are 4 Merlins in the game. Why am I only finding out about this now? Oh my god, this guy is so good. He's not bad. This guy is not too bad. Yeah, he's not too bad. He's a decent playmaker. Okay, his concentration might be a bit low, but definitely good enough for a team that's looking at a budget player. This, but I want to see whether there are any other Merlins I missed out. Okay, all right, any other Merlins I missed out? Because I already saw that Merlin. Okay, we got Quentin Merlin as well. Quentin Merlin also. Hey, hello, what is wrong with all these Merlins? You can either go for Quentin Merlin, okay, as a fullback, and he's either a fullback playing for OM, okay, all right, looking quite decent, okay, or you can go for Merlin role, okay. He's playing as a DM or an MC. This is a phenomenal player, especially for FM26. Because he can play in so many positions. Alright, so we got Quentin and Merlin. Yeah, Quentin. Any other Merlins here? We've got Merlin Schlosser. Let's see. Okay, alright. So we got Quentin Merlin and we got Merlin Schlosser. Okay, both of them worth getting. Okay. This guy is not bad. Quentin Merlin. I gotta put this guy's name down, man. And then this just part of it is because of his name. If you got a Merlin in your team, you can't go wrong. Okay. You play OM, and then he's only like about 11 million. And then you got the Merlin Schlosser, right? Yeah, Merlin. He's a DM playing for HS. This is you can definitely grab him from MSB. This guy is also 600k only. Hey, not this guy lah. Not Merlin Schlosser. Was it? I saw his name. Merlin Polzin. No, not Merlin Polzin. Quentin Merlin and Merlin Roll. This guy. Merlin Roll. This is the DM. He plays a HSV or MSV, and then he's valued only at about 5 million. These are the players so far I can think of. Yeah, so this Merlin Rowe is quite good. This guy, he can play. But he is for me the version of Danilo Cataldi. Yeah. He's like what Danilo Cataldi was like for me. It was like for me in the past. No. We can't do this to them. Let's do a quick. Let's do a pick rotated squad, full rotation. Okay, so we give our players, as many players, a chance to play. Iliev, Takak, yeah, let's go. If I lose this game, I'm in trouble. We have to win the cup too, I tell you. So we're going in there with our kids now. Hey, they're wearing the purple Football Manager jersey. All right, here we go. Yep, we're wearing the... Is that us? No, it's not. We are white. Yeah, I'm looking at these teams going, which one is us, man? Oh, no. We have conceded. I had to start with a team that is... Okay, let's go to this. Okay, Iliev, Takaks, Mihai, Madaras, Juric. Okay, go. All right, let's go. I don't think the youth team can play the youth team can play the Go Smash tactic. You're asking for trouble. Iliev is jumping reach 9 only, so might as well just push him up as a libero and get Takaks, whose jumping reach is only 13. We can't defend, so we might as well just attack. If I get knocked out this bloody thing, I'll be so angry because it's down to me being lazy. The jury is okay. You cannot... Yeah, Takaks is not too good. And then Mihai is playing. Danielson is okay. These are starters. Okay, let's go. Yeah, we play high up the pitch. Don't tell these youngsters to defend. Musi takes it down nicely. Okay, heads it back. Okay, Monksgaard, Juric. Juric can't shoot. Why? Like so far. Suddenly the players are like tiny dots on the screen. They're so far away, you know. It's a penalty. Come on. Oh God, if we lose this game, I'm in trouble. We are in deep trouble. We're gonna have to keep to this formation. So Iliev may have to come off because he's not a central defender. Neither is he a libero, man. Takax and Iliev are the two. Oh no, we're in trouble because we got no jumping reach in his team. Get that keeper. Gasparini punches forward and then gathers the ball. Okay. All right, we can't substitute anybody. No, we agreed to let the youth players take part. And I forgot, I'm a youth player. None of them can do anything useful with the ball. Mihai, okay, that's why we got the keeper kicking it long. Nice. Okay, nice pass. Juric. Why didn't he square the ball? He squares the ball. It's the goal. A goalkeeper has come out to take the corner. Gasparini. Oh no. Come on. It's going to be a goal. No, it's not. Keeper went up to take the corner. So desperate are the players right now. Gasparini has gone up to take the corner. Okay, Monksgaard to Mihai. Taka. This is my tactic when all hell breaks loose and I have to go score a goal. It worked in Europe when we were 2 goals down. And then we had to come back from 2 goals down. And then we did take the lead for a short while because this tactic is it's all about attacking. So once we get the equalizer, hopefully happens soon, we will have to swap out the players. At halftime, we'll swap out the players too. Yeah, we're definitely taking out some of the defenders. Okay, let's not get 2 goals down. Okay, Nemeth. There are a lot of Nemets in. Oh no. There are a lot of Nemets in Hungary. Oh no, we are in trouble. Such was my arrogance. I'm going to pay the price for this. I will pay the price for this. Yes, we will pay the price for this, man. I could be in deep trouble as I experimented with my youth. We paid a price. Okay, this calls for some changes. Madras, I think he can play in a defensive position. No, he can't as well. So we're gonna have to take these 2 off, maybe 3. 3 substitutes will have to go off. Okay, so do we have any defenders first? Mosquera comes on. Okay, that's the first defender. Juric comes on. That's the second player. And then up top, we're gonna bring Friday on. That's the third guy. And then Mihai playing in the center. Kern will come on for Mihai. That's 4. Okay, that's it. And then striker, I'm sorry, Stuparevic, this is the time to find out whether you can create goals. You're part of the problem. Are you a solution to our team or are you part of the problem causing all the issues for us? Juric. There, Juric, it looks like you are the problem, not the solution. Martinelli needs to run it behind more. Look what happened against City. I mean, that's if they let him run behind. Not every team is going to let Martinelli run behind them. Because Martinelli is all running. Because in my opinion, all Martinelli has is speed. He's not exactly like a person that can twist and turn past players. So not a lot of teams are going to give you that kind of opportunity to run in behind them. No. So that's the reason why. So teams like Man City, I expect them to do that because City plays so high up the pitch, right? So running in behind is something that will happen against teams like City. But you think Crystal Palace is going to let you run in behind them? No way, man. Because Crystal Palace will drop into a very deep shape when they're defending. Like Burnley as well, they'll drop into a very deep shape when they're defending. So teams like that, they're not going to let Martinelli get behind them. They know that all Martinelli has is pace. Yeah, that's all Martinelli has. Martinelli doesn't have the technical dribbling or the body feints, get twist and turn. He can't do I'm sitting on the shoulder of a player and then turn him and then make him into the space. No, that's not his skill set. Martinelli is, in my opinion, damn overrated. I don't know. I'm surprised he's still starting for Arsenal. No? Yeah, it's like as Arsenal only got one kind of style of play. If that style of play doesn't yield a goal, they depend on set pieces. That's what I see in Arsenal. They got players that can craft goals, but they always like trying too many pretty things. So me, I don't like it. Arsenal are going to struggle. Arsenal actually, in my opinion, I think it's about time Arteta's time is up because it's like Arteta is like the college. He's like the Wenger wannabe, but he's too much of a thinker and not much of a. To me, I don't see like when I see Arsenal play, I don't see like, oh, that is such a good attacking move. I don't see that in Arsenal anymore. It's like nowadays when I watch Arsenal play, it's like, okay, that's boring. What are you going to do with this ball? Okay, same old. Okay. There was one season Arsenal looked actually quite interesting. It's sort of a first or second season Arteta was playing. And I liked it because they're doing a lot of overloads on one side and they're doing the far post diagonal cross into the space. And then when teams figured that this was what they were doing, that method of scoring goals just evaporated. Right? Then suddenly became Arsenal with the set piece magic. Hey guys, we told you, what will you do? I bring on the senior players, immediately 2 goals down, we scored 3 goals. We scored 3 goals. Juric is very lucky. Juric got all the way in and then it took a deflection. The goalkeeper actually went the right way. Oh man. That's it. We got Kern, Frydek, the usual suspects. Okay, now what we want to do is we can't, just because we're doing well doesn't mean we have to be stupid. Okay, so we can go into the 4-2-3-1. Danielson will come here. Danielson is a DM or a MC? Yeah, it's a DM. Okay, so you can play here. Stuparevic can play there. Juric can play there. We'll just switch into this. Yeah, this should see it out. Because we have to expect that our psycho tactic gets us brings us off the edge of a cliff. We need to now see this match home. Okay, not bad. Okay, Stupa looks for Juric. Juric looks for Frydek. Frydek is in the house. Shoots. Oh my goodness. That was a blistering attempt from Frydek. Oh, that was blistering. That was so good. Okay, we got corner. Still goalkeeper taking out corners. This goalkeeper having a time of it. He doesn't get to play with the first team, but when he does, he wants to take the corners too. Like, I'm taking my chance, man. I don't get to play. So let me do the corners, guys. Okay. Alright, you do the corners. Okay, Juric was a 9.3, Musi with a 7.0, Suparevic with a 7.1, and Musi just got injured. Oh my goodness. That's bad news for us. Because Musi has to play in Europe. I hope it's not a serious injury. Ricky can come up. 3-2. In terms of managers, that's interesting when people tell me that there's nobody else but Arteta. No, I don't think so. What has Arteta won? Honestly, let's talk about the squad that he has. What has Arteta won since he's been here? Has he won the FA Cup? Has he won the Europa Cup? That's how I feel. Yeah. I think managers has to deliver. I don't think he is. I don't think so. I think Arteta's time. They should call it on Arteta. Yeah, half the squad is in. Injuries happen also because of the manager's style of play. Look at what happened with Klopp. When Klopp was playing, which is a super aggressive style of football, right? Super aggressive. We had a lot of players. We had a few players injured, not a lot. Yeah, but also the way the Arsenal are playing. I don't know. I just think that it's time. Oh, sheesh. Would work. Week 3-2, 3-3 now. Come on, Muska. We lost Musi. We can't afford to make another substitution. Yeah, that's down to the manager if they have a lack of depth. Apparently, he was quite happy with the squad. I mean, somehow they signed players that, okay, look, honestly, let's look at the players the Arsenal signed. They signed, what's his name? Gabriel Jesus. Injury prone, even when he was at City. So when you decide to sign players like that and you bring him into your squad, Kai Havertz, injury prone when he was playing for this last club as well. It was not like these guys are injury free. They've been injury prone their entire careers. Why did Arsenal decide, okay, fine, we'll take a risk with these injury prone players? If you take a risk with these injury prone players, then you kind of like cannot use that as an excuse anymore, can you? Oh shucks, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. This team came back, no. We came back, they came back too, man. Oh, we're out. They played really well. I every year when I give a rest, I want to play my youth players, right? This happens. I get knocked out of the cup. I'm looking at Europe as well, and I got one eye on Europe. I lost again. And we lost Martin Kern, we lost Musi. Martin Kern for a long time. That's a big one. That's a big loss. Then look at Saka. Hey, Saka, there was something very interesting that Arteta once said that struck me as the worst, dumbest thing I've ever heard a manager say. Do you know that Saka is the one that wanted to keep on playing? Arteta actually said that so much in a conference, that he, even if he wanted to try and bench him, he cannot, because why? He wants to keep on playing. I'm thinking to myself, are you mad? Saka brought the injury on himself because Saka refused to take a break. It wasn't like the manager wanted him to play. You see, for me, right now, the personalities, some of the player personalities at Arsenal are bigger than a manager. So if you're forced to play the same players over and over again until they get injured. Bukayo Saka got injured because of himself. There was a whole story done about this in the past. I remember the interview with Arteta as well. Arteta mentioned it in an interview about how difficult it is to rest Saka, because Saka wants to keep playing and playing. Of course, players want to do that, but your job as a manager is to know whether these players can keep on, giving you their 100% in every single game. So I was like, the moment I heard Arteta saying that, I was thinking to myself, I think this guy has to go, man. He's letting players dictate rotation, bench strategies. That's too much. If he wants to, that's the thing, you see. If that's the thing. As a manager, you have to plan for the whole season. This is a marathon. That is the difference between a great manager and a half-baked manager. I think Arteta is a half-baked manager. Because you keep on playing the player and you got so many competitions to play him in. You got to rotate your squad. If you can't do that and you don't have depth in your squad, whose fault is this? The manager's fault or the club's fault? This is the manager's fault. This is all on the manager, man. Salah has been playing so well. Salah himself, right? They rotate Salah quite a lot at Liverpool. Even this season, okay, they play around Salah, but not for Salah, not for Mo Salah. And you have to also think about several things. Mo Salah is far more older than Bukayo Saka. When you are younger, muscle injuries can ruin you for the rest of your life. Do you know it's easier for us when you get much older? You kind of know your body by then. You can look after yourself. But when you are at Saka's age, there is no fucking way you know your body better. There's no way. At that age, look at the injuries that happened to Michael Owen. Michael Owen also wanted to play every single game. What happened to him? He tore his hamstring muscle and he tore his career at the same time. They never was the same kind of player. All these players with blistering speed, if they tear their hamstring muscle one time, game over. It's the end of it's career ending, tearing a hamstring muscle. It's not like, you can come back. Of course you come back for him, but you're never the same again. So for me, the problem is Arteta, not the players. It's always been Arteta. The first couple of seasons I was one of those that let's see what Arteta can do. One season, two. How many seasons does Arteta need? 30 seasons before you guys do something with it, win a title? No way, man. You're never going to win a title, Arteta. And it's got nothing to do with your players being injured. That is on Arteta. Rotation, the Saka one was the one that told me that this is Arteta's fault. Saka's long layoff last season was not because of Saka, it was because of Arteta. Arteta did not have the balls to put the boy and tell the boy to sit down on the bench and shut up. If you play too much when you're young, you get one of those serious injuries, it's recurring for the rest of your life. You're always going to get injured. That is the reason why players like Cristiano Ronaldo, Muhammad Salah, they look after themselves very well. And they can play every single game. But when they were younger, they were not made to play at that. Yeah. Oh my God. Cristiano Ronaldo was not playing every single game. Ryan Giggs wasn't playing every single game when they were kids. But Saka wants to do it. What? Saka suddenly became the bionic man, is it? Oh, fuck it. He's going to get injured. That's why I say Arteta is stupid. He should go. You're not going to win anything with Arteta as a manager. Maybe one League Cup here if you're lucky. But what? Win the league title? Forget it. Win the Champions League? Oh, no, forget that too. You will never have 11 players fit enough to play. And you've had this injury story. Arsenal has had this injury excuse of how many seasons now? How many seasons have Arsenal had the injury excuse? I'm very interested to know. Every season they don't win is because of injury. They had one season where they had 91 points, they didn't win the title too. Right? They were that was the closest they came to. That was really close. But what was the excuse then? Somebody got injured as well. Arteta is not. Arteta cannot. You can give him the best players in the world and all of them are fit. Maybe, but he's got to do rotation. For me, Saka is such a good player, but I think but you're never going to see the Saka that I don't think I'll ever see the Saka I enjoyed seeing. You got quality. Arsenal have got quality in every single position. Every single position. And then when they have quality in every single position, they play with 3 hardworking midfielders. Oh, man. You're going to get irony in this. Oh, man. That match against... They didn't play Liverpool to win. They played against Liverpool to park the bus. That was so clear when Liverpool played Arsenal, right? And the match that Liverpool won, right? 1-0 towards the end. Whatever, 87th minute or whatever goal that was. Okay. Arsenal had the players to beat Liverpool that day. But what did they do? They went into midfield with 3 hardworking midfielders. Where were their creative fulcrums? Where were their geniuses to unlock defenses? On the bench. That was the match. I was like, completely turned me off from watching Arsenal ever again. I was like, they don't deserve to win the title. If you cannot go out there and try and beat the top seeds or the top teams, you cannot have any excuse not to win the title because you never tried when it actually mattered. That's Arteta's problem. When it matters, when the pedal is to the metal, the man takes his feet off the gas. When it's time to press, he doesn't press. And by the time it's time to press, he's been pressing in all the wrong places. All his players are injured already. What a waste. No, you see all the managers, right? All the managers who are crazy are all attacking. They depend on all the players to run up and down the pitch, right? 90 minutes, right? Okay? The players all get worn out and injured. Arsenal. Spurs. And there's one team that did it without any plan, Manchester United. When Ten Hag was the manager, that one was the funniest. Run up and down without a plan. So I was like, watching United play was so funny, watching United play. I was like, oh my God, these guys are just gonna, they're one terrible. In fact, right, while people say Klopp is a legendary manager, right, my biggest concern when Klopp was a manager was injuries. Because Klopp makes everybody run like crazy. Then when Arne Slot came, I saw Arne Slot's style of football. I went, thank God. We finally got a manager who tells the players to drop the tempo and move the ball around. I'm not saying Liverpool are going to win the title. I mean, we have been very lucky, too lucky in the first 5 games, right? Liverpool have had all these last minute winners, right? That's about it, no? There's nothing else too fantastic about the way we play. We've been very lucky in all these games. And I think we just used up our entire luck quota for the whole season. Oh, guys, Raquel is coming, man. The Conference League last 16. But we lost a couple of players to injury, right? I don't know who. Oh, my goodness. Hey. Atletico Madrid want me now. They're all looking at me. We want you to come to Atletico Madrid. I've been offered a job at Atletico Madrid. What's the how much is that for the tickets? I don't know. £56. So cheap. Average one ticket is 56 euros. Holy cow, I don't know. Cheap, is it? I can't afford that. Decline interview. Overpricing your tickets. I'm not going. If I see Marino and Trossard starting it, I'm turning off the TV. Yeah, exactly. The thing is, I think it's down to your man. My friends, I had this comment. One of my friends told me, they said the moment you guys sign Isak, the title is yours. I'm like, what? What do you mean? Now you got Isak, Florian Wirtz, Mo Salah in your team. No one's going to be able to stop you. I was thinking, yeah, really? There's no reason. I think Liverpool are going to be in trouble because now Liverpool have to try and find a system where they can play all these players together. The only reason why they went for Isak and Ekitike in the same season is because of AFCON. That's it. Now people are saying how you're going to fit them into your team, right? When AFCON starts without Salah, that's when the real Liverpool will show up. I suspect they don't need that option. Durek, Serafimo, Zacharias, Foloronshu, Musi is okay. Yeah. Michitic, Danielson, Burukov, Civic, okay. All right, Friday for the Nielsen. Or should we go? I think we should play the 4-2-3-1 and make it a bit safe. We're playing at home, so I guess we should. Opposition are playing with a 5-2-2-1. So we have a back two. Okay, all right. Both Saka and Odegaard injured before Liverpool, but I don't see Arteta's play and feel as bad. They closed down the game, start Liverpool. If Arsenal won, Arteta would be in praise, I guess. It was. I agree. The game was one of very small margins. I do, but they had their players on the bench. Saka and Odegaard were not needed. They brought these two new signings in, right? Okay. So my argument is, why didn't you start easy? Why wait until the end? Because when they brought him on, Arsenal actually looked better. So my point is, why did you start with three holding literally started with three holding midfielders? Marino, Zubimendi, and another player, I can't remember his name. All three of them are ball winners, or like creative ball winners, or what are you going to call them? But it's a hard-working three-man midfield. And what Liverpool did was just ended up playing around them. We're not going to go through the middle because we might lose our legs. That's it. So I just felt that Arsenal should have had some ambition in the game. That's all. That's how I felt. Oh, guys, we are playing Raquel. We've taken the lead against our Polish opponents. Yes, we're hoping to make it to the last 8 of the European Conference. Danielson with his first goal. Second goal, I don't know how many goals. I think he scored about 2 or 3 goals for us already. But Civic's already got a yellow card. This is Civic's last year, though. Yeah, he's going to leave us, man. His legendary exploits against Sevilla. I still remember, right? He scored 2 goals against Sevilla. Burukov with the header. Serafimo sets up Civic again. He saves it for Europe, man. He's cannon. Oh, we're just talking about him. He's done it again. The man with a belter. He smashed 2 past Sevilla, and he's done it in Europe as well. I love him. He's phenomenal. He shows up in Europe. Oh, this guy, Civic. He's got a yellow card. Keep it. It was another corner. Now we got Zacharias taking this. It's going to be Serafimov. He sets up Foloronshu. Nope. It's Civic again. It's 2. He's done 2 one more time. No, it's an own goal. But it was Civic who played the shot. It hit the keeper, and the keeper couldn't keep it up. It's another third. Oh my goodness. Another cannon. Civic has been sensational. Foloronshu, right? Is setting him. Is that, boom. It's not. It should be. Hey, that should be given, man. It should be Civic's goal. Don't take it away from him. I agree in this year. It's going to be a long season. I'm hoping Arsenal become a bit more ambitious because I want to see 91 points from Arsenal again. Yeah. That season when they had 91, they should have won the title too. Yeah, they should have. But I think they have the players now to actually do well in domestically and in Europe. So maybe to some extent what Arsenal are doing is kind of like preparing the team to play defensively as well. In Europe, it could be important that they get their defensive systems in place, and their performances, they only get a chance to practice these defensive systems against teams like Liverpool, right? Where the result has to be, let's do well in Europe because because Europe is the one, the big cash cow or Champions League, right? Champions League is where all the money is being made. Well, teams can make up to 80 to 90 million in one season of Champions League football. So that could be the goal, that we want to be able to know how to play defensively in case we have to play away to PSG, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, we're playing some of the big giants in Europe. We have to, because they certainly got in the players who can attack, right? So yeah, maybe. No, I know you guys have got a very good squad now. I think Arsenal have a very good. I think partly my reason for being unhappy is because I see the big squad, the good squad that Arsenal have, and I just want to see them fly. But I think Arteta has he's kept the dogs in the house. He's got a tight noose on all these dogs, and I just want to let those dogs out. I think he will. He'll let the dogs of war go eventually. And when he does, I think it'll be sight to behold. I just don't want him to do it take too long. I think Europe, let's see what happens. I think they will do well. I think Arsenal are still my pick for finishing second in the table. Yeah. I still think City are going to win the title. Because Liverpool, I think, will have a good start, but they will come undone later. Yeah. Liverpool's luck just ran out. There's no way Liverpool are going to win the title. They've been way too lucky. Or a Regista and a halfback is a very defensive system. I think we'll keep playing the same way. I don't think we need to put a poacher in front, but we definitely have to think about our one flank, our left flank. If they keep coming down our left flank, we will have to substitute the players. Yeah, because both of them on a yellow, so they can't do very much in shutting down the opponent's attacks down the left flank. So let's see what happens. Zachariasen, Musi is the main player here. He's creative. He can create a lot of chances. Zachariasen comes back. Civic, I'm sorry, Civic's the magician on the ball today. Musi just had an injury last game, right? So maybe we'll take him off. We won't take chances with Musi. We can bring this guy on. He's a young kid, but that'll be a risky thing to do. We can also bring off Friedek. Friedek, I don't know. I don't think Friedek can play on the flanks. He can't. But I think Danielson can. Yeah, Danielson has some ability. Yeah. Hey, Machitic, can he play on that side? No, he can't play. Definitely can't play there. So we can bring Friedek on for Musi. That should help. Yeah. That will take the pressure off Musi because he was injured in the last game. Civic, the legendary one and only Borukov, it's 5. Rakau, the Polish team, have met their match. It's Hungary versus Poland. This is like a battle of East European nations in Europe. We got a full house of fans here packed to the rafters cheering on their home team as they've taken a 5-goal lead against their regional rivals. Andreev, Duric looks for up. She sees Popov. Popov now with the ball. Finds Friedek, who was calling for it. He's going to check back to follow Ronshu. Follow Ronshu is going to switch play. Zachariasen back to Friedek. Friedek shoots from outside the area. It's 6. And the mauling continues. It's 6 goals for Prenakaros. Yes, follow Ronshu. It's a lot of cannons, man. FM26 looks good. I think we wait and see first. Okay? We wait and see, okay? We wait and see. We don't know whether FM26 is going to be good or not. I'm holding my judgment till I actually we see the game. TGS will be a big clue. Tokyo Game Show. Tokyo Game Show is where we're going to know. Because that's why I want to watch Tokyo Game Show. I want to be there. I want to hear what the Japanese are saying. I don't think I'll understand a single word of it, but we will we'll study their facial reactions and analyze. Okay. What? You're 6 goals down. You give away a penalty. What's wrong with this team? They just want to go home. 7, a penalty awarded. The ref gave us a penalty in stoppage. Is Civic for a hat trick. Woolies car is a hat trick. Yes! Civic has scored a hat trick in Europe. He's done one better. One of his epic performances, he had 2 goals. Now he scored his first. My fullback has a hat trick in Europe. No, it's not a hat-trick. It's 2 goals. But it counts. It should be a hat-trick because the last one, it doesn't count as an own goal. This doesn't count. He should have a third goal. No, that second goal, this goal is not own goal. How is this an own goal? The referees don't know what they're doing. Behind goal, they have no clue what they're doing. Let's look. Let's analyze this frame by frame. Okay, goes. Hit, okay. Ball goes out. Serafimov. Okay, here we go. Right. Where's Civic? Civic is here. Comes here. Okay, slow down the speed. Yeah, we have to analyze this frame by frame. Ball goes out. He takes a shot. They say it's an own goal. How in the world is this an own goal? He hits a play. Yeah! What own goal? It may have taken a slight deflection, but that is not an own. They say this guy scored. It's an own goal because of whatever quick ski. That's what. Zoran Arsenik. That's not own goal. You should have tried it. No. We will study the goal again. I refuse to accept the ball is going out. Nope. By the laws of physics. I want to do like, damn, I'm not interested in my play. I don't care. I don't believe it. Okay, let's look. Angle. Ball's coming. That is going this way. Yeah, it's going this way. It's going to hit the post. Right? This post ain't come in. So, okay, that takes up. Okay, there we go. No. We can't do it wrong. Draw a straight line. Okay, there we go. Shucks. Let's draw a straight line. Okay, there we go. Okay, straight line. Look at that. Straight line. Straight line. It's coming in. Straight line. You can't even see. I'm tired. I actually dropped something. No, it's a goal. I don't care. I don't care what you guys say. I refuse to accept. Duty Classic. Look at that. It's a straight line. It's going in. There from here, this is where Civic is. Draw a straight line. It's going in. This is where Civic is. That a dot? This is not Civic, huh? This guy, this one behind him is Civic. See this? This is where Civic is. He takes the shot. He gets a straight line. It's a goal. Been robbed. He's been robbed of a hat-trick. I refuse to accept any other explanation. I'm his manager. Okay, I can say whatever I want. Nasty fellas, not these people. Terrible people. Deny my player. Can I talk to him? Can I protest? I want to protest. Cannot protest. View highlights. No protest allowed. We won 7-0. Why do you complain? Oh, Civic. Man, the guy would have had a hat-trick. No. And he's leaving the club at the end of the season. I'm making such a big deal out of it. Puskas, oh no. Puskas, this is the team that can defeat us. Puskas Academy, and then we play Rakov. Okay, we let's go to our squad, give them a break. A whole team, okay lah. Take a holiday lah. Let's go away for a day. Since you're clicked already. Branka was creative. Zachariasen, he is also leaving. Yeah, Zachariasen is also leaving. These two are the legends of the team. They both have decided enough is enough. They don't want to be managed by a psychotic manager anymore. They're leaving. They've had enough. They look at me and they went, this mental fella? No way. He makes the goalkeeper go up and take free kicks and corners. Verava play Honved. This is a clash. Verava is a tough team. Puskas Academy, this is a top 2 clash. Yeah, okay. We still want to win this. Well, we can rest our players, but the last time I rested my players, I got knocked out of a cup. So guess what? We just rotate 1 or 2 players. Merchantage, we got to rotate. He's a youngster. He's developing nicely. But if he doesn't spend time training, he's not going to get better. So Danielson will be playing here. And then we'll play Friday here. Kern there rather. And Friday here. Okay, that should be enough. Yeah. Yakumo Riki. Yakumo Riki will be here. Varga was the legend for our team, right? Last season he scored like 15 goals, but this season he got 9 appearances, 9 goals. I mean, this kind of a return is fantastic, right? So what have I done instead? I've gone to this guy now. So he is playing now. 16 appearances, 16 goals. Okay, what? Not bad, huh? Our strikers. How many? What's their goal per average? What's the XG for goals ratio? 1 XG, 1 goal. Okay, not so bad. I mean, every 90 minutes to score 1 goal. That's quite good. Okay. All right, let's go to sideline and then watch this 2D classic, I guess. Replays can be on 2D classic. Okay, corner, Friday, short corner routine. The Nielsen, I guess in Europe, the goalkeeper wants to take free kicks. Oh, Samuel. Okay, coming up Friday, back to the Nielsen. Kern. It's a good setup, but nobody could score in the end. Tomorrow, the Bring Your Tactics diagnosis, the stream is going to be much later. It'll probably start at around now. Yeah, so it won't be an early stream tomorrow, just in case you guys are wondering. It'll be a late stream because I've got something to do first. And then I'll probably be exhausted as hell. Then I'll come in and do this. But, they've scored at Puskas Academy. You see who this team is? They always pull the fast one on me. This is the only team that this team contributes a lot of players to the national team. So they've got very good players. And honestly, they should be the team that I'm hoping does really well. So if we lose to them, it's actually good for the greater good. So let's talk about manipulating the league. Ferrava have been basically Ferrava have been champions the last 2 seasons running, right? But have they done anything in Europe? Nada. Okay. Puskas Academy contributes more players to the national team than Ferrava do. But they haven't had a chance to show how good they are in Europe yet. So maybe if I win the league title, go to the Champions League next season, if Puskas Academy can make more money by going to the conference, this will help them in the long run. So what do you think? I think that's a good plan. It's called fixing the league. Right, so we might fix the league. Match fixing going on here. But this guy. So we are 1-0 down. So we'll do some match fixing. Okay. Let's bring on Varga. Let's Borokov. Yakumo Riki so we can rest Civic. And then that's good. That's good. Those are the ones we're resting. Okay. Sounds like a plan. This is underhanded tactics from our team. The rest don't know. See, the Puskas Academy owner called me and he had a long conversation with me. This is like the Greeks. The story is the Greek football is there are some interesting stories you heard out of Greece about their football clubs. So we will keep this between ourselves. Okay, Puskas and us, we had a conversation. Now, I've told Puskas they have to win this game. Because I already sent the horse's head to the next manager's. If he woke up with the horse's head next to him, he has to win this. Otherwise, the message is very clear from us. Okay, good. They've won. We've done him a favor. Good. If they let us win, they'll be in trouble. Puskas have finished. Our goal is now to give Puskas the boost in the league. Puskas are now in second spot. They're 1 point clear. So we meet Ferrava. We gotta take care of all the player teams around them. And Puskas have to deliver. This will be a nice little burst to them. Go Fiero, how are you? I'll probably not be on tomorrow, if I can ask you. Go Fiero, the Bring Your Tactics diagnosis will start around this time. Do you have your tactic with you? Okay, those guys who can't make the stream tomorrow, okay, I'll upload. I'll give you the link right now. If you're next to your PC, use this link to upload your tactic right now. Right now. Okay, if you can do it tonight as well, the link should be up, right? For those guys on YouTube, you can go to YouTube, you see the link, you can just use that link, pop in. Just use that link. It should be up. If I'll answer your question anyway. Your question is I have a problem with balanced mentality. My team can't create scoring chances. It's problem with individual mentality. It's shape relative to mentality. Actually, mentality is just the amount of risk your team is willing to take. You should be able to score goals on any mentality. Mentality, balance, if you can score there, then you're great. But even if you should shift to positive or lower, the thing is what's going to change is your passing directness. That's what's going to change on different levels of mentality. So chances are it could be fundamentally the tactic itself. You got to make small little adjustments, like, looking at your tactic and making it as solid as you can. Because ultimately, right, for example, when I play my games, I change mentality because I want to take more risk. Sometimes I want to be a bit more attacking, but I want to keep the passing shorter. So I play on positive. Sometimes I want the ball to go from back to front very quickly. I know it's going to be a bit more direct. I play on attacking. If I want to just suss the team out, I still want to be, aggressive, then it's balanced. But the thing is, it's my defensive line as well, right? How high my defensive line is. If my defensive line is set to standard, then I'm not really asking my backline to support play. But if I set my defensive line to higher, then my backline is actually supporting play. So that's that. When you look at your tactic, it's got to be the whole picture, not just one isolated thing like mentality. Mentality alone, changing a mentality alone will not make you a better team. It's everything else with that tactic. Yeah. So that's what you need to do tomorrow. Say, Raka, baby, can we get through the last 16? This is it, ladies and gentlemen. The ultimate clash. Poland's best versus Hungary's best. Krakow scouting report has come in. They're going to be playing the same system. They're very good at set pieces, apparently. The scouting report said we have to be wary of the set pieces. Rest defense is important for a start. Rest offense, I'm learning from them. Yeah, rest defense is just a start only. Because rest defense, okay, I know that I gave you all a article once, right? I did a video on that as well about rest defense. Rest defense it's all about build up, no? And when you're building up play, you don't want to lose the ball in the worst place. So that you while the rest are building up into the attack, the rest of your team are in good positions to defend the transition. Now, the problem is when people look at rest defense, they literally think in terms of 3-2. So they make their formation a 3-2. Then I'm going, that's not rest defense. That's like, that's more like your shape. But you're telling 5 players to attack and 5 players to defend. That's like, they also got 5 players defending. Sometimes 6 and 7, so you still want 5, is it? So 5 versus 7. That's not rest defense. That's stupid attack. So the thing is that rest defense is only applicable when you're moving your ball from defense to midfield and transitioning into attack. Then when you're transitioning into attack, you still look at your rest defense. What are the rest of your players doing when you are attacking? Are they covering the pitch? So you look at your team. So it's more like the shape is what you're after. So I'm always focused on that diamond, right? The defensive diamond shape is the best defensive shape in the whole of football right now. In the whole of football, it is the best defensive shape. Right now, the 3-1, when you're attacking, is the best. But you can't do it with roles and duties. It's how you appear. Diamonds are going to be your best friend in the game of Football Manager. You can make diamonds everywhere. Your tactic is golden. The defensive diamond, the thing is like, okay, for example, right now, right, I'll show you, like, guys, this next game, right? Okay, so what are we going to do next game? Okay, we're going to play a bit more defensive. We want to create a diamond shape, all right? So we're going to have a diamond. So we'll start like this first. This is a bit more attacking. So now I'm going to have an attacking diamond. Can you see the attacking diamond? Cannot, right? Most of you cannot see the attacking diamond. Okay, fullback goes here. Fullback goes here, right? White shape of a diamond. So don't think in terms of a diamond as being a small little diamond. No, it's like you have to look at this football pitch, right? I'm going to control this zone, this zone, this zone, and this zone. Now you see the diamond. Okay, so but you see, of course, you don't want too much space in between the players, right? Otherwise, a bit hard to defend, right? So that's one of the reasons why you don't attack wide, you attack narrow. So their players are closer together. Okay, so you got one player here, one player here. Now the libero goes up, right? He's the tip of the fourth diamond. This guy comes down. So we actually have a diamond already. But because I'm such a coward, I'm using a DM. Because, yeah, it's a bit of a diamond, but now we've got the, this guy is also popping in because we are so wide. Remember that when I said earlier? Because this guy's going up, this guy's going up. Now, the next diamond, of course, is a lot safer, right? So the next diamond is this diamond. Now I've got another diamond, right? This guy can now go forward. Because now in this diamond, this guy comes up here, this guy comes up here, this guy goes into the center, this guy drops. There's a diamond. These two can now play off the diamond. So that's another diamond. This is a diamond that you can create with a back four. So that's it. That's how you create the defensive diamond. So then after that, it's up to you, where do you want the rest of your diamonds to happen. So the 4-2-3-1, the reason why the 4-2-3-1 is such a good formation is because the diamonds can happen easily because of the AM, right? The other formation that's exceptional at diamonds is actually the 4-4-2. Because the 4-4-2 already has those players. All you got to do is get the center to move up, be the joiner, the diamond shape. Below is FGC. I will upload later. I'm trying to create a 4-3-3 narrow with flat 3. 4-3-3. Okay, for now can't make it consistent. Yeah, you have to make it. The best thing is you guys make it consistent in your own saves first. Because if you can make... Oh no, Civic's injured. Civic's injured. We just lost the most important player in our team. The guy who scored, destroyed them in the first leg, has now been taken out by them. These Polish players, they are absolutely merciless. So we took out one of their players, Koshirin, immediately. You take one of my players out, we take one of your players out. So they're taking us. They have to score 7 goals. But it's mostly good for teams with somewhat solid defense. Top half if you have played right. No, it depends. You can play inverted fullback, and a DM and a libero. Yeah, you can do it. I do it all my lower league teams all the time. I play this. This is what I set up with lower league teams, right? This is how I play. So it depends on who you want to play. Like I'll play a DM, DLP, winger attack, AP, AM support. It depends. You the shape. Then you think about how you want to, because for a lower league team, you have to think in terms of, okay, I got the shape defensively. Now, how do I attack? I don't want a ball. So you want to bring the ball up? High defensive line. You want to bring the ball up? Winger support. I don't want the back line to go up. I just want to hoof the ball. Okay, winger attack, target man, advance forward. That's it. It's that simple. So you've already got, see, in football, right? Real world, football manager. It is not how you attack that's important. It's how you defend, how you build the play up. That's more important. How you look like when you're defending, that is more important. That is one of the reasons. That's why there's a school of thought that believes that Guardiola is great at tactics, right? This is the season where he's finally getting his pieces all together. Because I believe that this season, Guardiola is finally putting the final piece of the puzzle in his whole evolution as a world-class manager. He's finally figured out how to defend. And his setup is all set up looking like he's going to defend first. Yeah. Different this season, his team. I think the last game they played was a pure defensive masterclass. I've never seen City play like that. Since when have you guys seen City play like that? Yeah. So you can play, you can set up. Yeah. So you can play like, I had a 4-2. I mean, the diamond is definitely a bit out there because either you're playing with a back three, right? So the diamond is like, I want to play with a back three, but I don't use a 3 defenders. And I still want to have the option of one of those guys on the outer side of my diamond to go up in attack. And you can do that with overlap, underlap. It takes practice. You have to just be willing to experiment with Football Manager. If you're not willing to experiment with Football Manager, chances are you'll never get there. You see what I mean? This our diamond too far away. So the players actually run with the ball. That's why you see when you use inverted fullbacks, it's got to be a different setup, slightly different setup. You might want to winger an attack, launch the ball. Here, I can't even reach them with the ball because my backline is so deep. Oh, let count. Yeah, they still have to score another. How many more goals? How many more goals they need to score? Lots of goals, right? Let them, we cannot go to Hungary and start a war, but we will. Okay, all right. Okay, so what we'll do now is you become a APS Rome. Okay, done. You become DMS. Okay, done. Okay, slightly different setup. I am not going to lose this game. I don't plan to lose this game, baby. IFB. Now, long ball again. You see, I've got those guys at the back. So we're not running up the support play. We're just hoofing the ball up. So, not good enough. Then we consider another goal. That's because I'm hoofing the ball. Okay. Let's go. Inverted winger attack. Actually, I should have had them on attack duty. Then I just hoof the ball up like that. Yeah. So I do that sometimes in lower league teams. I play like a 4-4-2 as well. I can set it up that way. Yeah, we're just chilling in this game. We made it through. Rakau can take the home win. Shouldn't affect us so badly. Because I'm playing my backline is not moving up so far, you see? So we have to play these long breaking passes on the back. The diamond is not good. It's okay. Good enough. We won. It's okay. It's alright. Yeah, baby. Elder Civic is injured 1 to 2, 3 days. We received 600k. We have made it to the next round of the Conference League, man. And next we're playing friendly cancel. We have a new intake of youth players. Crap, man. This not good. Youth candidates, what I like. Oh my goodness, this is terrible. Because we haven't invested in the youth. We have invested in a youth team, but we haven't changed all the coaches yet. So it's still work in progress. It's going to take us some time. I'm unambitious. Oh my god, this group is terrible. Hitakis, unambitious. Nice name, but unsporting. Unambitious. Balanced personality. Toriska, mercenary. Moses, unambitious. Christian Samarka, balanced. I think none of them are going to be in this team. Benz Vasco, unambitious. My god, a number of unambitious players. All these guys are going to be... Yeah, we're not signing anyone. No one. This all going to go. The whole group is all going to go. No way. We're not going to keep any of them. We got quite a good bunch of under 18 so far. Our under 19s have been quite good. The ones that came in from our academy last year, right? They're all good personalities. We're not keeping this new bunch of this new crop. This new crop is just gonna. Realist is okay. This guy's the only one. Okay, contract approaches. And Realist, I don't mind so much. Realist, we need more goalkeepers, right? These guys, the rest all forget it. Unambitious not coming. Unambitious, the personality never changes. You can do whatever you want. They will never improve. Benny Cage! Thank you for the 2 months. Oh my goodness. Benny Cage, you're a beautiful person. You 2 months. You're a legend. You're an absolute superstar. That's how long already? 12 months already. Oh, 2 months normal. So, hey guys, I've got to get ready for FM26. A lot of things I'm doing, man. I'm doing well, Benny Gage, but I have to go soon. So I hate to accept the subscription and run. But as you guys know, I'm preparing for FM26. So that means that while I play FM24, I've got to be focused on getting stuff ready for you guys as well for FM26. There's a lot of things for me to do in the meantime. And then, of course, tomorrow we're doing this show, Diagnosis. And then we've got a Tokyo Game Show coming up. Yeah, I plan to hopefully stream when those guys are playing. I don't know how far that is going to be possible because it could be my sons are at school and I have to pick them up, that kind of thing. Yeah, so we'll see whether it's possible. But a Tokyo Game Show will be on. I'll try. It's impossible for me to record the Tokyo Game Show. I have to be streaming, then I can record it. And yeah, so it's kind of stupid for me to leave the stream on their stream on. I record the stream like like an idiot, and then go through the whole thing. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, I've helped you a lot with your content. Oh, I'm so glad, man. I'm so glad. So what we're gonna do, we'll definitely keep abreast of the Tokyo Game Show. I will keep abreast of the Tokyo Game Show, and if I see anything, there are streamers that I know are YouTube content creators from Japan. The list should be out by tomorrow. I think the list is already out. Who are the ones that have been covering the event? But we want to be checking them out. Yeah, we want to definitely be checking them out, and then of course, seeing what the game looks like for them. That's gonna be key, man. I'm telling you, that's going to be key. So I want to thank everybody for coming on today's stream. You've been sensational. I got to go get ready for Football Manager 26. Yeah, so I shall see you guys soon. While I go prepare the content, you've seen what I was doing just now, some of the stuff that I plan to do. And you guys take care. Be good. I'll see you tomorrow for diagnosis starting at around this time. Okay, bye-bye.